So I'm finally glad that I not only got to listen to the new Sleaford Mods album, but I also saw a film, the first film of 2021, which the pandemic is still going on, called American Skin. Now, it's not pornography. It's actually a disturbing and powerful drama that, like many of the other films I've seen in recent years, deal with issues of racism, police brutality, and violence. Something about films that deal with these sort of subject matters often intrigue me. I like watching the news a lot, and I like reading a lot about subjects, especially history. Given all the issues that we've been having right now with the Capitol Hill riots, the rise of white nationalism, and also um, the Black Lives Matter protests that have been occurring, I know some people say it's very controversial to even say such a thing about it, and implying that you support it or Antifa is saying you are complicit in terrorism is not what I'm doing. What I want is progressive action for such causes, so that way you wouldn't have such right-wing things occurring if the public was more progressive and more liberal about things. That's my prerogative. Essentially, the film itself, which is a different story from my political opinions, follows Nate Parker's character who lost his son during a police shooting after a car stop. He takes vengeance against those that he feels has wronged him, and he holds a group of police officers hostage, as well as some people that he met, and jurors and inmates from the local county jail. And he goes on a sort of informal court session to warn about how the system has wronged him, how black and brown men are more likely to be incarcerated and treated as suspects rather than actual people, and community relations. It's very, very powerful stuff. And I know the reviews for this film have been very, very negative. And I tell you, don't. I know this has been talked about before on programs like The Wire and even superhero films like Black Panther. But the way that this was done in a sort of mockumentary style, courtroom drama, very intriguing. In fact, it reminded me a lot of Fallen Down in its anger and its rage about society going topsy-turvy. And Fallen Down is a great film that I love. I watch it all the time to see how people can switch off just like that and turn into the very thing that they loathe. Joker, same thing. Taxi Driver, same thing. Death Wish, even his other film that was lambasted because of a rape allegation that, whether it happened or not, it's very controversial, and I don't like it. You know, I'm just talking about on the merit of the film itself. He's a troubled man, so he could do much better. This was one powerful film that has to be seen, especially with the Capitol Hill riots going on. How society often ignores the threat that we often overlook, likes to point at fingers on those from the downtrodden. That, my friends, is the biggest worry. My only issue with it is, some pacing issues. Other than that, it completes the test. I'm glad I saw it over One Night in Miami, which I'm sure is a great film, but I like films that get to the nitty gritty, something that makes you grind your teeth. And One Night in Miami, even with its probably good intentions, probably doesn't cut it for me. I think American Skin is the movie we recommend you to see, Skinny E Medium. And until then, we wish you the best of luck for everyone. Stay safe and stay 2 meters apart. And just keep on watching. The fight for progress is not over yet. And it might not be over yet until I die.